Welcome into another video here. We're talking about college football week. What week are we at? 12. Oh my God. Week 12, game of the week, college football playoff eliminator between Missouri and South Carolina. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're talking about Tennessee at Georgia in what is a monster game for really Georgia's season. Like, this is now a must-win game for Georgia against Tennessee. And Tennessee, if they win, they're pretty much in as well. Like, whoever wins this game, I think, is in. And Tennessee, if they win this game, are probably playing in an SEC championship game because they'll only have one loss, and then either Texas or Texas A&M will have one loss, and that'll be our SEC championship game, which is an SEC championship game I would be very okay with seeing. But Georgia's coming off a bad loss, right? They just lost. They kind of got killed against Ole Miss, and you can kind of say it was a little bit of a look-ahead spot because you probably think Tennessee is a harder opponent than Ole Miss coming into those 2 weeks. You probably think Tennessee's the better team, so you prepare a little bit more probably for that game. Maybe that caused them to be a little off in the Ole Miss game. Maybe the weather got to him. Carson Beck's been struggling as of recently, so a lot of things kind of went awry for Georgia. But they now have to come back and lock back in at home for this Tennessee game. And I look at this line, the line's 9.5. I don't understand this. Like, I get it. Whoever wins this game probably maybe blows. Like, if Georgia wins, they probably maybe blow them out because maybe they were prepping for this game. They didn't care about that Ole Miss game, and they were ready for this game. Like, we need to win this game, and they go in there and blow them out. But I'm betting Tennessee plus 9.5. This is a system play. It's 48.5 or lower, not 9.5 or greater, and the team's on the road at a conference game. Tennessee, that's the spot we're taking. We're betting Tennessee. This is not a personal play. This is a system play. Okay, so I don't know. Like, part of me actually believes Tennessee can win this game. Like, I think I'm very high on Tennessee. I think I'm higher than a lot of people on Tennessee. I think the defense is very good. I think Nico is very good. Now, Nico did come out of the Mississippi State game, and for precautionary reasons, I don't know his status. I don't know if anybody knows his status. The line seems a little high to me. Like, they're maybe a little afraid that there's a chance he doesn't play, which would be a big-time deal breaker. I don't know the full story on that, right? I don't know if anybody out there knows the full story about on that. It is college football at the end of the day. I can't wait for this game. I can't wait. You could argue these are the best two teams in the SEC. I know Georgia just lost to Ole Miss, but Georgia defeated Texas, right? Tennessee defeated Alabama. There's a lot of people that think Texas, Alabama are the best two teams in the SEC. I would argue it might be these two teams. I think that's just something to think about and something to realize how close the SEC is. And again, and I keep saying this every time I make an SEC video, I keep saying this over and over and over. It is whichever team is going to get pressure on the quarterback is going to win this game. And Tennessee can get pressure there. Really good defense. They can get pressure, and Beck's been struggling with pressure recently. Struggling. Making really bad decisions. Making really bad throws where I think Tennessee has a lane to win. They have a lane there. And Georgia's defense just needs to wake up, show up. I mean, you played decently well against Ole Miss, but you got to play even better here, in my opinion. Ultimately, I think Georgia's probably going to win, but 9.5 is too many. I'll take Tennessee to cover, hope they win. But I think Georgia wins, doesn't cover. That is my prediction. Maybe a 4-point, 5-point, 3-point maybe win here for the Bulldogs. They need it. This is desperation mode for them. They're somehow on the outside looking in after beating Texas in Texas. They beat Texas in Texas. They have like the hardest schedule, one of the best strength of resumes. They have one of the best, and this team is on the outside looking in because college football is all about timing. And not enough people talk about the timing of when you get your wins, when you get your losses. I hear nobody ever talking about that, but that's all it is. It's timing of when you get your wins, when you get your losses. That decides whether or not you're in, usually. Ultimately, my name is Josh Wissey. If you like sports, I promise this is the channel for you. So please hit the subscribe button or hit the little icon here. There's videos here recommended for you. Please go watch those. My name is Josh Wissey. Thank you.